I have this inexpensive cutting board. You can also just use a rectangular piece of wood. And I'm going to start by painting the entire thing in Wise Owl chocolate. You want that to fully dry. My next layer is going to be Wise Owl Snow Owl on top of the chocolate. I'll let that dry, and I'm going to take my tape measure, find the center of the board, and mark an inch from the left and an inch from the right. And I went from the top to the bottom and placed 3 little dots so I had guidance to place down my tape and try to keep that as straight as possible. I'm then going to take another piece of tape and place one to the left and one to the right, leaving a very small pinstripe. And then I filled in those exposed areas in the center with Wise Owl Higgins Lake. Now it's really important that you allow all these layers of paint to fully dry. If you rush this process, you can get a little mistake like I did if you keep watching. Once it dried, I'm going to take a piece of sandpaper, and at this point you want to sand it so that chocolate comes through the white. You can distress this as much as you'd like. If I did not add the chocolate, when I sand down, it would go to the lighter wood rather to the darker chocolate paint. I then took my hammer and I just hammered it a little bit to give it even more of a distressed look. At this point, I'm happy with the distressing, and I'm going to take Wise Owl 1 Hour Enamel Clear and apply it to the top. Now again, allowing everything to fully dry is super important. I found these transfers off Amazon. These are different than the ones we sell on our webpage, but I still enjoy some of these images, and you get quite a few pages. I'm going to cut out the group of 3 chickens. If you know me, you know I'm a chicken lover. And I'm going to place that in the center of the board. Really, at this point, you could add whatever matches your home decor. Now, with these Amazon transfers, when you lift it from the white protective sheet, the entire thing is extremely sticky, even the clear part where there is no image. Now, this is why it's very important you let everything fully dry, because when you lift that, you do have a chance of lifting up the paint like I did here. But instead of tossing the project, I actually thought to myself, this was actually kind of a cool little added detail. So I went around with the sticky part of the transfer, and I purposely lifted up some of the paint in the center stripe on the Higgins Lake. And I feel like it blended and kind of matched the distressed look I was going for. At the top, I'm going to take some jute and wrap it around about 4 or 5 times. And I'm gluing it with hot glue on both ends of the jute to hold it in place on the back side. Now, of course, you can finish your back. I'm not going to, just to save some time in the video. And I repeated the same exact thing on the bottom. I'm going to wrap the jute around the bottom a few times, depending on how thick you want this. And then when I was happy, I just glued the other end to the back as well. Now you can add a hanger, or you can sit it on a little stand to make it a shelf sitter. I'm going to finish it off by adding a little bow. I just made a simple bow with some wired ribbon and placed it in the top left. And there you go. I think this came out adorable. I hope you enjoyed it too. Paint products, tissue paper, transfers, mesh stencils, wood cutouts can all be found at chocolatefancy.com. Have a great day.